Hello and welcome. This is Jason with Bitnetworker.com, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to get or acquire your first Bitcoin or half a Bitcoin or however many Bitcoins you can get right now. And in order to do that, you need to understand how to transform your fiat currency into digital currency. And the reason why you want to do that is if you want to get involved with anything that we're doing, like Bitcoin mining or Bitcoin trading, investing. If you want to get on any of the Bitcoin exchanges and buy some of these altcoins, then you need to have Bitcoin or Ethereum. And there's several ways to do that, and this is a general overview video for anyone in any country just to understand how to get Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter if you're in the US or not, but I'm going to start out with a US-based exchange because exchanges are the first place that you should go if your country has really good infrastructure to buy Bitcoin. So Coinbase is the most well-known place to buy Bitcoin in the United States. It's not perfect, but it works, and it's accepted in Canada as well. A lot of other countries as well. If you Google Coinbase supported countries, you can see there's a big list here. We've got accessibility in Singapore, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, a lot of other countries in Europe if you just scroll down, and then of course Canada, North America. Gemini is another exchange where you can buy Bitcoin. This is another US-based exchange. And I'll just show you how these work real quick. So you're basically just going to go there and sign up for an account, and then you're going to fill out your information just like you'd register for anything, just like you'd register for a Facebook account. But once you get inside of there, there's more processes like hooking up your bank account or credit or debit card to buy your Bitcoin. And I'll show you how to do that in some of the other videos. Just wanted to give you a quick overview here. But an exchange is not the only way to buy Bitcoin. A really old way and kind of a way that sticks with the Bitcoin philosophy is local Bitcoins. And if you can't get a Coinbase account or a Gemini account, or if your country doesn't have the infrastructure for a Bitcoin exchange like Coinbase or Gemini, or if you just like to keep it anonymous and you want to pay in cash or buy from another individual, this is something that a lot of people prefer to do, and I recommend local Bitcoins. And it kind of works like eBay. It's a peer-to-peer transaction service, and you have sellers that are selling and buying Bitcoin all over the world. I'm just looking at the United States right now, but I could put let's put Canada in here, for example, and then I'm just going to search the offers, and then I can see the first one I see is Canadian Bitcoin miner, and he's receiving payment through cash deposit at Scotiabank. So if you're in Canada, you could just go to Scotiabank and deposit however much you want to buy in Bitcoin. Or for this next seller, you could do Western Union, cash deposit, Western Union, and there's a lot of different ways. This is a way that you can pay with PayPal, even by mail. So I'll just go in here and click on Canadian Bitcoin miner's profile here. And he's done 70 plus confirmed trades. That's not a super high number, but he has a 100% feedback score. He's been a member for a year and 2 months. So it's pretty safe to buy Bitcoin from this guy, and you can see the feedback here. So this works almost exactly like eBay, and a lot of people prefer local Bitcoins over the exchanges because the exchanges can ask for a lot of verification processes. There's a lot of limits and things that you have to go through sometimes, like uploading your ID or your photo with a picture of you next to it, things like that. And you have to do some verification with local Bitcoins as well, but it's not quite as strict as some of the other exchanges. So it's great, but be careful, make sure that you're buying from a trusted seller, and feel free to go and explore this site. Then there's also Bitcoin ATMs. So Bitcoin ATMs are really all over the world right now, and we're going to see just a huge emergence of them, more and more of them over the next couple of years. But if you go to coinatmradar.com, it gives you a Bitcoin ATM map, and you can see Bitcoins all over the world here, and just go ahead and click on them. Again, it's not as big as local Bitcoins at this point or some of these exchanges, but there's a lot of Bitcoins. There's a lot of Bitcoins in Europe, and there's a lot of Bitcoin ATMs in the US, and you can just go ahead and click through. So for example, I will click in on the US, and I'll click in on Colorado, and I can see there's 2 of them in Boulder, 2 of them in Denver, and there's one in Salt Lake City over here. So you essentially just go here and you can buy Bitcoin directly from an ATM machine. It's pretty awesome. And then in Europe, another exchange you have is Bitstamp. This is probably the most popular exchange in Bitstamp, or popular exchange in Europe. And then another one in the US is Kraken. So Coinbase, Gemini, local Bitcoins, Bitcoin ATMs, Bitstamp for Europe. There's Bitso for Mexico. It's really something you got to do a little bit of research on. Learn to use Google, how to buy Bitcoin in my country. And I was just checking Bitnetworker.com. They have a section on how to buy Bitcoin, and you can just go ahead and click in your country here. And they have a little featured exchange, but you can hit see all exchanges, and it's going to give you just a bunch of different exchanges here. There's Bitfinex, Bitstamp, CoinSetter, Coinbase. So there's a lot of options to buy Bitcoin. It's a fairly simple process, but Bitcoin is kind of what gets you in the door to the cryptocurrency world. Without it, you're sitting there with your fiat, which is devaluing every day. So I just highly recommend that you go ahead and get some Bitcoin as fast as you possibly can. And I'm going to shoot some more videos where I go into detail how to set up an account with Coinbase, or how to set up an account with local Bitcoins and do your first transactions. So that's it. Just go ahead and scroll through the rest of this page and read the information and watch the videos, and we'll be talking to you soon. Aloha.